Hello, everybody, and welcome to, and this is a real fun fact for you, the least late Wonderland Cup through the Looking Glass Mappool showcase. The least. Because this one wasn't hours late. It was just 40 minutes late. So pretty good in terms of time. We have got the largest pool size in the tournament ahead of us in both the finals and grand finals stages here, and this finals stage is a doozy. A lot of customs in this one, including, and I've been teasing it the past couple days, Wonderland Cup's second original song. Let's get right into it with the No Mod 1. So some of these maps were they were changed really last minute. Tokyo Zero Hearts is one of them, where we had a different No Mod 1. PlayStationers had determined that it was a little too spiky, so we went with this old warm-up classic. It's what I like to call it, much to the mapper Aiden's dismay. It's 200 BPM, raw aim at that 7.7 star rating that the finals map pool is balanced around. As far as raw aim maps though, this is one of the most fun that I've played, especially at the star range. A lot of maps around 7.7, and as you creep up into 8, what they do is they're just they're either 190 full screen, one half only, no sliders ever, or they're 240 clip farm maps, and this map is somewhere in the middle of that, where this is definitely a lot of cross screens, but it's a healthy amount of sliding. You actually have some bursts that are pretty significant as well. Especially when you get to that spacing that you see right there. But I think overall, most people should know this map. I mean, this was from NAT, I believe, 2022 Finals Mod 1. Yeah, shoutouts to Aiden. I find it real funny. So Aiden and I both have one map in this tournament each so far, and it was both pooled by the other. Aiden pooled my map in qualifiers, and I pooled his map here in finals. He doesn't know. He has no idea. This was such a recent addition to the pool. I guarantee you he has not seen this. Also, yeah, shoutouts to Alphyu. This shake is the most stable I've ever seen somebody play this map. This map is the shaky aim map. Yeah, shoutouts to the replay team in general. We had, so Yukari Smug joined the replay team really last minute last week, banged out some Hard Rock replays. Today alone, Yukari Smug has brought, I think, 5 people in to the replay team to help with getting everything done, and I was still late. But without Yukari getting the entire country of Chile into the replay team, we would. We'd be live at 5 UTC or something like that. It'd be bad. Also, I do want to point out the length of the No Mod map. We wanted No Mod to be very consistency focused this week. So the first 3 No Mod maps are the same length as each other, off by 1 second. I think No Mod 2 is 348, but No Mod 1 and No Mod 3 are both 349. So hitting around that 4-minute range to challenge consistency. That's No Mod 1. Let's move on into No Mod 2. put Curse on You. I have to be honest, part of the reason why we pulled this is it's the Alice thing. It's Wonderland Cup. But also, part of the reason why we pulled this is because there are so many uninteresting No-Mod 2s out there that play all the same, and Half Slash provides a really, really different kind of map for this. Why am I casting alone? Because my favorite co-caster Kitten went to bed. Not because I was late, but because he was tired. No, I have to set up Discord audio. I don't want to be more late. Yeah, this is 280 BPM, which is not right, because the entire song is mapped in 1/3. So some simple math will tell you that this is actually 210 BPM, which is a real number that real people would use to describe a No-Mod 2. Yeah, this was one thing where last year we pulled so many maps because they were themed from Alice and Toho, and we weren't getting that a lot this year. But this map is the huge exception. Not only is it like an Alice map, but it's also a late stage one as well, which is a lot harder to find. I remember last year I was going to map an Alice metal song for Grand Finals No-Mod 5. It didn't end up doing it. Or quarterfinals No-Mod 5. So happy to have it somewhere, because it's nice for challenging like those late stage while not abandoning the theme. And again, I want to emphasize the length that we're going for in the whole No-Mod pool. This is not a nice length to be continually playing 210 DPM. It's nice in my opinion when No-Mod 2 has a genuine stamina focus. Like, I like flow aim, sure, but with the stamina provides such a specialist angle to a No-Mod 2, and I think that's very important to have in these late stage pools where there's so many slots that you can pick from, and so you kind of want to start hunkering down on the specialist more, and you'll see that as we go on through the pool. This Alpha replay is actually crazy. I didn't realize how good the end was, even when I was recording it. Oh my god. That guy's the GOAT. But yeah, that's No-Mod 2. Let's move on into No-Mod 3. Amazing break. Emilia map. Pull up with Nubalina, which I don't think I could ever expect in a million years. But alright. And this one is the very aim control focused No-Mod 3. Not so isolated in aim control as last week's custom No-Mod 3 was in Grin. This one a little more down to the ground, mostly because of the BPM. 153 BPM means that you're not going to see the absurd levels of spacing that we were able to get away with last week at 130. So, you know, if you prefer your aim control maps to be faster, you know, you're looking at 150, 160, this is the kind of map that's meant to appeal to you. Also, song's just kind of fire. And that's the real reason to pool it. Yeah, also silly little speed section right there. It's only 306 BPM. Yeah, it's really chill actually. But you like seriously, it's not crazy hard. Yeah, they're short enough bursts. And that's just the kind of thing that happens with these high-level alt maps. You get the mappers who get a little too silly. I say, yeah, I'll throw in 300 BPM burst. Why not? This sounds fun. And they're kind of right, honestly. Yeah, this is the kind of map that I'm kind of just hoping people pick because it's a hype song for the match. And again, I can't emphasize enough the length. The third map in the pool, and also the third map in the pool between 3 minutes and 48 seconds and 3 minutes and 49 seconds. Terra specs versus 1024 gigabyte specs. Oh my god. That comment deserves a highlight. That's a banger. But yeah, that's No Mod 3. Let's move on into No Mod 4. This one's interesting. I've pulled this before. And I remember having like talking with Chiv like whose multi-account is this? Because I refuse to believe that HoodRat16 is a real mapper. This guy has like 20 maps and has this. I have some theories. I have some theories of who this could be, but I won't spoil my thoughts. Streets say it's Wafer. It's true. But yeah, this one's interesting. I pulled this in a hidden slot before, but I actually think it works a lot better in No Mod, just because the density of this is so tough and hidden, and it's hard to keep up with just the mechanical difficulty in that. Where in No Mod, you can really just focus on the slider aim challenge that this map presents. A little bit of flow patterning as well, not too much, which is why I think it works better in No Mod than hidden. Generally, I put the flow tag maps in hidden. You know, just because it's an interesting challenge with the mod, but this isn't flowy enough necessarily to fit, is kind of what I learned. So into No Mod it goes. And No Mod's a bit interesting, right, where, you know, in hidden the sliders aren't sticking around, where No Mod they absolutely are. So it creates a different density challenge in its own right, and I think it's kind of interesting. Also, great song. Hakushi Hasegawa is great. Doku might be my favorite. Desert's good, but it's really repetitive. Doku, though, so hard. Actually, the other tournament I pooled this in last year, I also pooled Desert in. In Hidden 3 as well, so it was, I think we had 2 Hakushi Hasagawa Hidden 3s in a row. I actually have to double check that now. But I want to say I pooled Halgo Desert, and then immediately after... No, it wasn't immediate, because Halgo Desert isn't that hard. I think there was 1 round worth of separation. Oh, no, there wasn't. Okay. Alright, it was back-to-back. But yeah, that's No Mod 4. Let's move on into No Mod 5. Oh my gosh, I have trauma with this one. If you get asked to hit sound a Katagiri tournament map, don't. I have done this multiple times, and every time I have regretted it. There is so much noise. I love Katagiri, I really do. But hit sounding a Katagiri song is a nightmare. Mapping a Katagiri song is a nightmare. At least, well, that one's... Mapping it is at least fun. Hit sounding is not fun. Yeah, shout out to RapGPO for the 2 replays as well. That's there's 2 skill sets that until today the replay team struggled with, and that was speed and hidden. It was all Hard Rock AIM players in that replay chat. And Chip. No. Yeah, this was for Circle Circuit, custom by El Cheer, and I, you know, teacher's pet that I am to the wonderful poolers of Circle Circuit, I was like, ooh, I'll hit sound the custom map. I was changed that day. It took like, I want to say something like 10 turning speed maps for me to start learning my lesson. And that's with the most simple hit sound samples possible. I can't imagine like if you're a hit sounder like Midori Jion or someone who actually like tries, like I can't I can't imagine hit sounding a song as dense as this. That's pretty simple to explain though. Like it's dense 252 BPM speed chick. Yippee! Forgot to talk about it the whole time because I was complaining. Yay, go El Cheer. And go Rap. Let's move on into No Mod 6. Can you tell that I worked on Corsair clothes last year? Yeah, inside joke, AR 6.5 kind of map. Depi Force. I feel like that says enough, that it's a Depi map. It's really interesting. I remember playing this map, over a year back, during the late testing phase of Corsair's Close 2023, because for some fucking reason I was playing the round of 16, pool, and this was in it. And it's really interesting because the patterning on this map, like, looks really, really straightforward. Like, it does not look hard to play at all. And when you're playing this, it feels impossible. There is something about this map. It is, the answer is it's the AR 6.5, but that makes it so difficult to actually, like, correctly parse. Which I think makes it interesting. It's not like a crazy density check. It's not even overlap heavy, it's just weird. While not looking weird. But yeah, replay Benui Arena, who was grinding the reading until last minute. You know, sort of asking for extensions like, hey, can I have a little longer to play these maps? Just make sure to get the best scores. Which I super appreciate, you know, how hard the replay team was working on getting the best scores possible. There's some crazy scores in these replays. Also, song's chill. I'm not super into Zutomayo, but I don't think that I've ever heard a Zutomayo song that I haven't liked. Like, it's not so chill. I put them in the category in my head of like, what if I didn't fucking hate to you? that's what Zutomayo is to me. The good ending. This part's so fun. Trying to read the approach circles on AR this low is always so interesting. Like, it feels like this should be so easy to understand in those slowest sections, but it's still not. Also, the aim element on this map looks more significant than it is, I would say. Most of what the aim element is it'll catch you off if you're focusing too hard on the reading, which I think is always beneficial for the reading specialist, right? Where you're not as invested in trying to read this map, and so you're having an easier time with the aim. And here is the spinner, the infamous inside joke spinner. It is so long. I think that's like 15-second spinner? I don't know, it takes forever. But yeah, that's the Nomad 6. Let's move on into Hidden 1. Our last non-custom map for a little while. Eiyu no Tsurugi by Shoichiro Sakamoto from, I believe it's from 9-9. And this is your AR9, 230 BPM, just density, awkward aim map. I really like this pick, personally. Like, something about this map just speaks to me. I really like playing this map. It's very, very fun. I can't speak for Hidden because I hate this mod, but you know, nobody complained. I want to say Chip called it good, so you know that's enough for me. There's no Hidden slander. Hidden just has a history of Taikani slander. Like, sometimes Hidden says that I have 85% hack, and that's obviously not true, because I'm a better player than that. We all know this. We all know this. But yeah, I mean, banger song, that's part of the reason. I mean, Shoichiro Sakamoto is just good. At the end of the day, that's what matters. Like, all of these songs, like, they sound fairly similar. Like, you know, this sounds very, like, similar sound font to, like, Eye of Eon. But, like, Eye of Eon's a fucking banger, so we run with it. Swifty replay is kind of crazy. I hope it's Swifty, because I did not take the time to learn how to pronounce names. I was very in a rush to get things done today. Yeah, I mean, new replayers go kind of crazy. Also, I do want to note, 4 minutes 19, this is a huge, huge hidden consistency test. You have to be very comfortable playing this level of spacing with AR9 for a very long time. It's really scary. Yeah, I mentioned appealing to specialists a lot, and I think this pool is the most true out of all of that. Both the hidden and hard rock pools are really trying to appeal to hidden and hard rock players only. And you'll see it as these maps progress. Like these are not meant for your average jack of all trades. I was gonna say Trader Joe, and that is a grocery store. But yeah, I mean, if you for the modded picks, you really don't want to be jack of all trades, master of none. You want to at least be master of one. Now that is the end of the hidden one. We keep the replay. Move on into hidden 2, the first custom map of the pool, and what a weird one to start off on. Cycles by Cyriac, mapped by Sunkak. Who also mapped the hidden 1 last week, which is that speed-focused aim map. Very different approach this week. This was actually the map that he originally made for this tournament, and it is so strange. Really fucked up pattern aim on 240, no less. Not nearly as spaced as the hidden 1. But still enough to give you a run for your money. You know, there's elements of flow here too. And of course, the AR8 reading. It is such a messed up map. Now, this is Sunkak's second custom map for Wonderland Cup and third in the tourney overall, as we also fooled Waifu Jam. So long ago in the distant era they call quarterfinals. And every single Sunkak map heck could not be more different from the last. And I think this one takes the cake for just being the most unique. This map's crazy. It's crazy to me that Nusu was even able to get 200k with such a short amount of practice time. This is just so difficult. Yeah, also this is 3 minutes long of this really repetitive song. This is a torture slot as far as I'm concerned. First of all, you have to be completely mentally insane enough to like low AR HD, which I know there's some of you out there. And then second off, you still have to be even more mentally insane to want to play this song for 3 minutes. Oh, this is so demon. So there's not a lot of circular streams, right? But there's a lot of like repeating shape patterns that all go in the same direction. I think it makes sense as cycles. But yeah, that's the end of the map. Thank you, Sunkak, for the custom map. Nusu for the replay. Let's move on into Hidden 3. You've been seeing them talking in chat. It's the Wafer custom map. Maybe the least covert map of all time. And I want you to know that I had to lower the volume of this MP4 significantly more than I did. All of the map videos are minus 14 decibels set in OBS. This is minus 22 because this song is so fucking loud. I don't know how he got an MP3 this loud. Every time I click on it on Osu, it's a jump scare. But it's Wafer, Daria Core, Hidden Tech. It's so weird. It's hard with AR 9.8. That's how crazy this map is. You know, super aim control heavy. And at 170 BPM, like, that is some of the fastest aim control you're gonna have in this entire tournament. Compounded with the hidden, this is just so tough. It's such a cool map, though. I remember I approached Wafer for this tournament, basically saying, make a Daria Core map. I don't care what it looks like from there. You know, make a Daria Core map. Let's see where it goes. And I'm very happy with how this turned out. I think this is a great map for this tournament. Wafer killed this one. So they say. I did steal that from Tilda. I'm sorry. That's plagiarism. Yeah, just 2 minutes, though, is kind of the saving grace of this map. But even then, it is 2 minutes of almost non-stop aim control. So, it is... you're going to have a lot of points where you just break, and you just don't have the time to recover, especially on these parts. These parts are so hard to keep up with, and it makes the 9.8 AR feel dense, because it's 170 BPM map, almost all 1/4. It's so tough. Fun song as well. Yeah, that is Hidden 3. Oh, my Osu was playing songs the whole time. Isn't that crazy? Well, you might know what's coming. Hop on lag train. I've been teasing it. I've been teasing the past few days. Next up is Wonderland Cup's second original song. It's not a tiebreaker this time. Not a tiebreaker. I couldn't have them all be tiebreakers. It'd be too boring. But I am excited to show you this one. This is one I've been very excited about. An artist who I recently learned of and have just like fallen in love with his music. Here is the Finals Hard Rock 1. Nefeli Bata is the name of Wonderland Cup's second original song by Xyrus. Super happy to have worked on this. This one has had quite a bit of an identity crisis in terms of how it fits in the pool. Originally, we had a different mapper set to do Hard Rock 1 for this pool, but they had to drop out. And I was like, last second, like, hey, Nefeli Bata's really aim heavy, and I don't know how the balance works with Hidden, where it was originally supposed to be in Free Mod 1, so we actually just moved this one up to Hard Rock 1 like last week. And I love how it works here. It's this aim tech hybrid. You know, of course, huge shouts Xyrus, who was super willing to do this project, to Danny Mato, who with almost no time cooked up an amazing background of Alice. I did the map because originally I had a very specific free mod balance in mind. I was like, I'm the only one who I can explain this idea to. You know, I'm super happy to map it. BN's hit me up, hit my line. So when we contacted the artists, I left it up to them. I basically said, like, you don't have to follow an Alice in Wonderland theme if you don't want to. Like, if you can't envision a song that fits that, like, whatever. You know, we saw Cool have a very kind of different take. You know, wasn't very Alice in Wonderland heavy, but was more focused on, like, having a really fun, different tiebreaker. Nefeli Bata is really set after Alice. The title is quite literally Portuguese for daydreamer, I believe. So yeah, you know, super great stuff, super on theme from Xyrus. Super happy to have this song in Wonderland Cup. I'm excited for people to play it. But can't linger on it too long. Let's move on into the Hard Rock 2. And it's another custom. This one, R176, I think a fairly familiar song to a lot of people. It's classic Cranky. Mapped by Ty, his final Wonderland Cup map. I'll confirm now, because if we kept letting him map more, we might have some problems. His second, specifically, Cranky Hard Rock 2 for Wonderland Cup. This one, though, very different. CS8. We saw last week the Fremont 2 went above CS5, and this time it's the Hard Rock 2 doing so. I really like when you have multiple precision slots, to have one that challenges that above 6.5 sort of rating. Make sure you're catching all the precision skill sets. And of course, again, speaking to specialists, right? I will continue to hammer in that these pools are for specialists in the mod pools. And so for Hard Rock, that means a really weird aim tech hybrid Hard Rock 1 and a CS8 Hard Rock 2. Yeah, shout out to this replay, by the way. It was kind of cracked with the 650k from Yukari Smug. This song's a Fremont 2 classic. That's what I would call this. This is the kind of thing that you just see CS5 AR8 automatically. I think there's an AJT map of this. That's CS5 AR8. I think that's why I think that. But yeah, fairly short map. Thank you, Kai, for the custom. Thank you, Yukari Smoke, for the replay. Let's move on into Hard Rock 3. And it's another debut mapper for Wonderland Cup, Akebana Yukio. So, Akeyuki is a mapper that I had never talked to before Wonderland Cup. I just happened to have some of his maps sitting around. I was like, damn, this guy's kind of good. And so, invited him to map for Wonderland Cup, where he made this super interesting Hard Rock 3. And I mean, you want to talk specialist, let's talk the fact that this is CS 6.5 in Hard Rock 3. So, actually multiple precision-oriented slots in Hard Rock, but this one is quite different. You know, you kind of have your rhythm control that we saw in Fremont 3 from last week, alongside flow control. So this is kind of everywhere. It's something Everything that you might expect for a Hard Rock 3 slot is in this one. Of course, the caveat being that it's not really a tech map because Hard Rock 1 sort of fulfills that role. But this map is still, like, uber hard. The amount of control you have to have with both hands is frankly ridiculous. Still such a sick custom. I think my favorite thing about newer custom mappers is they're willing to try ideas that more existing custom mappers won't. Like, you hear CS 6.5 rhythm control, and most mappers are just automatic turn off to that, unless it's like when Emmerich Cup did multiple precision slots in Hard Rock. And generally that's something that you have to specify to the mapper. Wonderland Cup, we're very big on just letting mappers cook, seeing what they come up with, and just rolling with it. Which is why I think a lot of the newer mappers are the people who don't map for tournaments as much are honestly the cooler mappers in Wonderland Cup. You know, we saw the Wafer map, we see the Akabana Yukio map. You know, super cool. Yeah, that is the end of the map. It's fairly short. Thank you, Akabana Yukio, for the custom Yukari Smug. Not misspelled at all for the replay. On into DT1. So this one's interesting because it's a half custom. So, Kazuma had uploaded this, I want to say a month ago, but it was like up to the first key I'd done. And he basically said, like, hey, do you want this map? Because I'll finish it if you want it. It's a collab between Kazuma and Livermorium, both Wonderland Cup mappers. They both mapped in the grand finals of last year. Livermorium on No Mod 1 and Kazuma on the 3 Mod 1 collab with Kai. And this one, well, not an official custom. In fact, I don't think Livermorium's even in the server anymore. You know, this was one that was kept with close regard, and I want to point out the most interesting element of this map is the AR 10.4. Decided, basically, like, yeah, it's cool if we break the 10.3 streak here. I think it's always interesting to experiment with tools, even in just, like, small little niches like this, where a lot of the time you're just going to see open rank pools have 10.3. Some tournaments are willing. You know, you see, like, 3WC, and you see those really, really high skill cap 1v1 tournaments go for high AR. I'm personally interested in seeing how AR 10.3 works in a more standard open rank format, especially in one that is a team format. So part of it is just to satisfy my own curiosity, but I also think, like, pushing that high AR skill cap is good. You know, there's a lot of tournament players who just kind of get comfortable with 10.3 and remain stagnant and, like, aren't growing their skill sets. I kind of don't like there's so much OSU to play still, right? Like, you could be learning 10.5 for tournament right now. Chill song, though. I mean, classic Kawada Mame. I haven't heard this one before, at least not until this set. But it's so chill. Also, yeah, that is 138 BPM post DT. So basically, it's 280. 276 to be exact. Chill song. Thank you, Cosmo and Livermorium, for speed finishing this map for this tournament. Thank you, Alright Smug, for the replay. Let's move on into DT2. I had this song stuck in my head so hard the night we pooled finals, and honestly, it led to this, where eventually DT2 was one of the last maps we pooled. It's not like I joined the call and I was like, Faith is stuck in my head. We gotta pool Faith. But yeah, we got to DT2, and I had the realization, like, why aren't we? We could just pool Faith. Like, this is a good map. Oka's a great mapper. I like this song. We had originally planned to have a final DT2 custom, which would have been Toho Eurobeat. That map didn't get finished, so instead we pulled Touhou Eurobeat. I love Mountain of Faith, and that has led me to just I love this song to death because of Mountain of Faith. It's kind of stupid. It's sometimes I listen to the lyrics and I'm like, this song's stupid, but I still love it. There's not many really like super good arrangements of Sua Field, which is crazy for a literal final boss battle theme. So the few that exist have my heart because Sua Field I think is so fucking cool. The first time you hear that song is legendary. Even though it is, you know, it's one of the easiest games in the series. But yeah, I mean, as far as speed, pretty stock standard, 240 BPM stamina. Just a lot of longer bursts, some longer streams thrown in there to really whittle down that stamina for about 3 minutes. AR 10.1 though, pretty comfortable. I can't imagine anybody having like trouble with this AR. I think this was a Corsair's custom, so that, you know, very streamlined speed map. Yeah, again, shout out to RapGPO for the speed replays. I don't know where we would be without RapGPO. Yeah, map coming to a close, little fade out. We can move on into DT3. This one is not DT3. Oh my gosh, what is happening? All right, live. So this is DT4, in case you were wondering. Don't tell anybody. All right, DT3. Yeah. You didn't see that. Instead, you don't get to see it all because I thought it would be funny to record with the meat map skin still on. And it's Touhou again. we pulled a lot of Touhou in this pool. I actually gotta count. Let's see. So Touhou no Mod 2. Touhou in DT2, DT3, and one more Touhou after that. So there's 4 Touhou maps in this pool. This is by far the shortest map of the pool at just 1 minute. Kind of made the challenge like that raw speed element, 270 BPM. Not insignificant aim either. You know, kind of meant to catch people who can't play this speed off. Like, you can't just focus on mashing through the streams because there's some weirder patterns. There's some aim focus patterns. You have to truly be comfortable with 270 to play this map. But again, also it is so short. It is already over. Thank you, Nusu, for the replay. Let's move on into the DT4 that nobody heard about before time. It's Dual Scythe. I love Porter Robinson. Shoutouts to Quantum Vortex for this idea. Nurture is one of my favorite albums ever. And I've always, like, every time I hear, 9Nusu6, yeah, he submitted replays with multiple names, and I just went with it. I've always wondered, like, how could you adequately map Dual Scythe in OCO, and I think Quantum Vortex did a really good job at that. Kind of this techie style, obviously meant for DT, which is different. Fairly low AR though. You're looking at AR 10 base for DT on. And just like really weird techie patterns and more control heavy in general in terms of both your finger control and your aim control. It's really interesting. And kind of goes along with the song. This song's so cool. So damn cool. Yeah, God, new Porter Robinson album's coming out next month, dude. I'm so excited. Ah! I love Porter Robinson. Yeah, and here's where the map kind of... The song chills down a bit, but the map is not, like, done kind of messing with you. There are some surprisingly scary spacings here at the end. This is... It's almost like a massive nerves check, honestly. It's not terribly high BPM, but that spacing can absolutely still catch you off guard. So you have to make sure that you're on your mark, you're ready to play. That is the end of DT4. Let's move on into Free Mod 1. Thank you, Quantum Vortex, for the custom. Into Mata Sabudo, which is pretty chill, awkward aim as far as I'm concerned. CS4, AR9, pretty standard Free Mod 1 settings here. Yeah, this should give you shades of the Free Mod 1 that we had last week, the Kami no Kotoba, though a little more consistency focused. This one is not nearly as insanely pattern aim heavy as Kami no Kotoba, but kind of the same stylistic inspiration. Also, fun fact, the diff name is Hihi's HD1. Which made putting it in Free Mod 1 that much funnier. I used to listen to this shit out on the local river trail. Good song. No, if we had added Yoasobi and Tuyu to this pool, we would have completed. We would have gathered all the Osu Infinity Stones in terms of overmapped artists. It's okay. We pulled the ones that I like, and we didn't pull the ones that I don't like, and that's what I care about. Welcome to my tournament. Also, 6 score from Yukari Smug. That's such a sad place to miss on the 1/3. No! Right in the middle, too. That is a really... Watch out. Watch out. It's coming for you. The 1/3 pattern is coming for you. In the middle of the map. Yeah, 200 BPM as well. This is the counterpart to No Mod 1 in that sense. So No Mod 1's like raw aim, right? Like it's just super high cross-screen spacing. This one is your 200 BPM awkward aim check. Like we didn't want too many high BPM aim maps in the pool because we have like Hidden 1 is 230, Hard Rock 1 is 215, DT 1 is 280. I felt like it made sense for Free Mod 1 to give Hard Rock and Hidden a lower BPM kind of map. And so that's why we ended up at 200 once again. Yeah, that is the end of the Free Mod 1. Thank you, Yukari Smoke, for the replay. Let's move on into Free Mod 2. Fukoshin Riki no Kengen. I believe this was mapped for SSOT. As a no mod pick, actually. So not free mod, but I think it works great in free mod. You know, classic CS5 AR8. So kind of returning from the really weird balance that we had last week with the higher anti-mod balance. That's because, you know, Hidden 2 and Hard Rock 2 are already so hard and so specialist favored that we did not need to go crazy ham on the settings for this map. So 172, CS5 AR8, there is nothing completely out of the ordinary, but as soon as you get into the pattern, you kind of notice shades of last week's Hard Rock 2, where there's this really weird snappy aim control. On Hidden, like, those patterns are just hard to read. As soon as you get, you know, that 1/4, it can get really, really overwhelming. Hard Rock, you know, just hard to aim. That's classic anti-mod right there. Also, shout out to O-Life Japan. There are so many O-Life maps, or songs that I want mapped, but, like, I don't know what the timing situation looks like with O-Life songs. I assume because it's... gonna sound real funny. I assume because it's real music. That it's harder to time. That's mean. But, like, you know, it's not electronically made. And I don't know if it's timed to an electronic metronome. If it is, though, that's wonderful. That makes O-Life so much more mappable. I'll have to check the timing on this map later. But, like, they're great for, like, those Toho, like, folk arrangements. Coming on this map is simple. Thank the Lord. That is wonderful to hear. You know how many people are going to start spamming with O-Life songs? And also, this is an arrangement of the song that we were gonna have. So, okay, the original song is Idol Tries World. I had found a remix of that, the Eurobeat that was recently released, that I wanted for Finals DT2 that was being mapped, that ended up being dropped, and it just so happened that we ended up pulling that song kind of anyway. It's just not Eurobeat, it's just folk. I think we had, no, it wasn't this tournament. When we pulled Test Open, me and Ed Bones, we had a pool where we pulled Grimoire of Alice more than once. Just different arrangements of it. That was funny. It's just so easy to pull Toho, man. So many good Toho mappers out there. Yeah, I think the big challenge of this one is just staying consistent on your mod for 4 minutes. What do you mean? No, there is a Toho tournament. Oh yeah, there is a Toho tournament, and they're running out of maps. But yeah, that's pretty much too. Thank you, Drifty, for the replay. Let's move on into Free Mod 3. Edmonds had an interesting comment where he called this the Wonder Slot, which kind of describes how we treated Free Mod 3 last year and this year. Where Free Mod 3 can well and truly be anything, whatever we want. In this case, it's high BPM techie map. A lot more of a flow emphasis on this one as well in Doomy Tunes, map by Melon Boy. Fulfills the niche we needed. It's a cool map. And that fulfills the Wonder Slot. Yeah, you can run out of Toho picks. Specifically, yeah, tech. I think reading's pretty hard too, right? Like, it's not when you're 3 tournaments deep, suddenly you're having trouble finding Toho maps for open rank, and I get it. At that point, you need to rely on either like you have a team full of insanely good custom mappers, or you wait years between iterations because you cannot possibly pull that off. That's why there was a Kirby Mix Tournament 2. Was like 10 or more customs made by Kirby for that tournament, so that the tournament could happen because there literally was not enough maps that they could pool. That kind of philosophy also applies with Toho tournament. Luckily, if you're an awesome little Alice in Wonderland theme tournament called Wonderland Cup and you don't fully commit to your theme, you never run out of maps. It's awesome. Yeah, this map is kind of all over. There's a little bit of rhythm control, just for good measure. But yeah, it kind of fulfills this niche of mech tech with flow focus. It's also just a fun as hell map. Shout out to Melon Boy. Car! Oh, Escape TV was pooled last year. That's why we didn't. So actually, fun fact, Headphones actually tried to pull it this year. I had to be like, dude, we pulled that last year. Because I wasn't planning on hosting a second Wonderland Cup originally. If I knew I was gonna be hosting a second Wonderland Cup and naming it after Through the Looking Glass, like obviously I wouldn't be pulling the tiebreaker named after Through the Looking Glass. But yeah, yeah, it didn't happen because we pulled it last year. So sorry, Wonder Slot. So long. I guess that's fitting for the Wonder slot. This is not the slot that's supposed to be fun. That's a joke. But you know, this slot is kind of intended to just be crazy. Like we had Crystal Snow in the first one. So yeah, you know what? This isn't even the longest Fremont 3. Not by a long shot. By the way, I have to say, I am immeasurably disappointed in how many people banned Crystal Snow. How dare you? That's my goat. I don't pull Hollow Wings for the kicks, you gotta understand. This ending actually reminds me of oh, what's the Devious Panda and Camo collab TB for Roundtable. That something about that pattern. I know it's not like at all what the Dare TB did, but yeah. Anyways, that's the map. That's Fremont 3. Let's move on into tiebreaker. Thank you, Alfie, for the replay. Let's go to a fucking insane replay from Yukari Smug. Excuse me? This is the match-winning score. Yeah, it's Gendarme. What a good map. I love this map. I love this song. It's the most tiebreaker ever. Zuni or Amamiya Kokoro? Which way, Western man? which one are you playing on, Gendarme? Oh yeah, I mean, there's nothing to explain about it. It's the map from the OWC 2019. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, it's interesting. This is the map that changed my opinion on custom map. Like when I was a back in 2020, when I was getting back into the game again, I was still like mega OWC 2015 to 2017 nostalgia. I thought, cause I hated the idea that you could just make a new tiebreaker for a tournament, which is really funny considering how I became the tiebreaker mapper, Pooler, who is constantly encouraging new mappers to get into custom mapping. What happened to me? And the answer is this map. This map completely changed my mind because it's so cool. And I really do want to highlight the Yukari Smug replay here. This guy was going crazy. This guy was like, he was grinding until the very last moment to try and get a Hard Rock score to match it. And he almost did. He said he didn't break on Hard Rock until halfway through the map, which is not okay. Yeah, this guy's just too great. Like, as soon as he saw the TV, he was talking about it like, oh, this is my tiebreaker. Which I'm glad. I do like high BPM tiebreakers a lot. I think as speed has become more meta, it just makes sense to pull these higher BPM tiebreakers. Like, this is not a speed map in any sense of the word, but, you know, 264 is still a high BPM to be playing consistently, no matter how much 1/4 there is. And also, just a classic song, classic map. Alright, y'all ready for this miss? I was shocked. And there it goes. I thought for sure, when I saw that max combo, I thought he broke on the triangle. Yeah, I am curious though. I got him to use the bathroom before I saw the triangle, so I have no idea if he hits it or not. I'm very, very curious, because I asked and he said he didn't remember the pattern. Alright, here it comes. Oh no! Almost. So close. I love that stupid little stream. Yeah, Yukari with Smoke went crazy on this map. Yeah, tiebreaker in its closing moments. Oh my gosh. Yeah, what a pool it's been. Fun time presenting. Again, the least late I've ever been. Least late. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Number one. That OC was loud. Thank you all for watching. You know, again, check out Nepheli Bata. It should be on streaming soon. I hope. Yeah, again, shoutouts to Zyrus for the original music, shoutouts to Danny Mato, for the custom drawn background. They did so amazing. Pool and schedules will be out on Sheet in about an hour. I actually have to do schedules first. But yeah, they should be on Sheet fairly soon. I'll, of course, ping when they are. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you're excited as I am for the upcoming finals weekend. We're closing in. We're on the home stretch now of this tournament, and I'm very, very excited to see some super high-level matches. But that is all for this stream. We'll see you during this weekend's insanely high-level matches. I've been Taikani, and thank you for watching.